Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, Life Documentary. Um, Today I would like to talk about, how we'll say that or have a belief that because we're doing something and the thing is not working out, or we are in a place and things are not working out for us there, and because of that we think we're in the wrong place, or we think that we're not in the right place, or we're not doing what is right. So again, we may find ourselves in a place and we believe that things are not working out, and because things are not working out, we're supposed to leave the place, or we are in a particular field or in a particular trade or a particular career, for instance, and because certain things are happening, it means that things are not, you're not supposed to be there. So that necessarily may not be the case. For everything that we do, there is a reason why those things are happening to us. There's a specific, if you watch my previous video where I talked about, action and reaction, or action and consequences, you understand where I'm coming from. So if you find yourself in a place, for instance, like Nigeria, and because things are not going certain ways, or because you are struggling, and you say, oh, you're not supposed to be here because you're struggling, that may not necessarily be right or the truth. Because the truth is that for everything we go through, there's a reason why we go through things. There's a time, there's a season. It's not because, oh, you're struggling and this is why you don't need to go through that. It's just like saying, oh, if I'm in a situation and things are working for me okay in that situation, then I'm supposed to be in that situation. No, there are some times we don't even have control based on the fact that we've initially made a decision. When we've already made a decision, we have to wait for the consequences of that decision that we've made. It's like a cause and effect. We have to wait for the consequences of a decision that we make. Sometimes it takes a process. So because we don't want it to look like, God saved me. What about the Mr. A? What about Mr. B? So it's not totally us as doing it the right way, but sometimes it's the path that we must toe. It's a path that we must follow based on what had happened in the past. So that's why we see somebody being born into a rich family, and somebody else being born into a poor family. And we ask ourselves, why is that person not me? Why wasn't I born in a rich family? Or why was I born in a poor family? There is a reason. It's not by mistake. It's not by error. There is a reason why I wasn't born in a rich family or in a poor family, and why I was not born in a white family and I was born in Nigeria. There is a reason. Nothing is by chance. So if someone finds themselves in Nigeria, for instance, and they say, oh, why am I here? I need to get out of this place. Oh, this is, I can't be struggling like this. This is not the will of God for me, or something like that. No. Okay, it may not be the will for you to suffer. So whose will is it for others to suffer? So again, it doesn't work like that. We have to go through what we are going through, or what we've gone through, or what we are going to go through even with time to come, based on what we have done in the past. Life is not about, there is some natural laws in life. And because the laws of nature are perfect, the laws of nature are perfect. God Himself is perfect. Certain things have to happen. This is the same reason why Jesus was born as a baby. I'm going to leave it as that. I'm not going to go any further because I do not want to get any controversial or anything. But there's more. There's a lot of things that we don't understand. And I'm just going to shed a little light on very little part of it, which is just because we find ourselves in a place and certain things are happening does not mean that we're not supposed to be in that place. Or just because things are going rosy or things are good and we're achieving everything does not mean that we're supposed to be in that place. All it means is that we are at the place we're supposed to be at the time we are in that place. Even though we make some decisions sometimes and we come back and we say, oh, I don't know why I made that decision. I regret it. I could have done this. In a lot of times, we can't control it. Some things just happen the way they happen because they have to happen that way. A lot of times, it's out of our control. A lot of times, we can't help those situations. So we don't need to beat ourselves over the fact that, we have to do this or we don't have to do this. Yes, sometimes there is that strong feeling that we need to do something. For me, I have a strong feeling that I need to be doing something. I want to make an impact, a positive impact on the society. One of them is, doing a YouTube video like this and, trying to get some words out there, trying to do my own little part. That is that thing I have to speak up. And I'm using YouTube as that means to do that. But it doesn't mean that just because I'm in one place and things are going so good, it means that I'm supposed to be doing that thing. Or it means that, because things are not working like this, and because I am in Nigeria, I need to move. No. That's not what it's saying. Again, that is a belief of some people. I am not saying that you shouldn't believe what you believe in. I totally respect everybody's beliefs. And totally would not take anything from anyone. But all I'm just saying is it doesn't necessarily work like that. Because other people are going to be seeing themselves as, oh, well, this person did this. Why can't I do it? The reason why one person is doing something and the other person can't do it is because that's not your part. You're not supposed to be doing that thing. So even in some times when we try certain things, there are some people that will never travel abroad. There's some people, for instance, that will never leave Nigeria to come to the abroad. And there are some people that are in the abroad, maybe migrated many years ago from Nigeria, for instance, that will never step their foot again in Nigeria. That would happen. But what I want us to understand is that we all have different paths. We all have different journeys. We cannot compare our journey to somebody else's journey. We need to begin to understand our journey. We need to begin to understand why we are in a specific situation. It's not by chance that I'm black. It's not by chance that I'm Nigerian. It's not by chance that I migrated to America maybe two decades ago. It's not by chance that I'm doing this video right now. Nothing is by chance. So we have to understand that just because we are doing something and it may not be working, we're struggling a lot, does not mean that we're not supposed to be doing that thing. Just because, like for instance, again, we're in Nigeria and things are not working for us in Nigeria, it means we're not supposed to be there. We always want to do our best because we never know what the future holds. We don't know the next step. Because again, remember, we are going by what the decision that we previously made. And now we have to face the consequences of those decisions that we made or that we have made in the past. Things have to take their natural courses. So again, when we see ourselves struggling in a particular area, let's not always assume, oh, because I'm struggling so much, maybe I am not meant to do this. Because, okay, I'm in school reading medicine, for instance, and I'm struggling so much with this medicine thing. It's so hard, it's so challenging. Doesn't mean that you're not meant to do it. And just because everything worked out for you fast, quick, you passed every single exam, you did this, does not necessarily mean that, oh, that is what you're supposed to do. The real answer is that we don't know. There's a lot of things that we do not know. And there's a blessing behind the fact that we do not know these things. There's a reason why the Lord didn't want us to know those things. And that's why, again, it's wrong for us to like kind of look into the future, like fortune telling and all that. Because you're not supposed to know those things. You're supposed to go through those experiencing, not knowing. But if you are in Nigeria, for instance, and you desire to be out of Nigeria, then follow your heart. Say to yourself, okay, this is what I want to do. Yes, pray about it. Do whatever you believe in. You can still, do your research, do whatever you need to do. Because a lot of times there are some people that are living a very good life in Nigeria, even better life than some people in the abroad, and they still want to live all that and travel. We can't tell them not to go. We can't tell them, oh, you're doing so good in Nigeria. Why do you want to leave all that? No. They have to follow their heart. Because if you discourage someone and they end up listening to you, they will come to resent you later. They'll be like, oh, this person told me not to do this. This person told me not to do that. And then da-da-da-da-da. So you just want to be careful. If somebody wants to do something, let them go do it. Let them, if they have the opportunity, let them do it. For me, when I left Nigeria so many years ago, I never knew that I was going to go to America, for instance, and live there for the rest of my life. I actually thought, oh, I'll just go to America for a short time because me, I'm Naija for life. My husband knows me. I wanted to go to America. In my mind, I was thinking, oh, I'll go for a few years and come right back. At the time that I left Nigeria, it wasn't my dream to go to America and stay there for the rest of my life. That was something I had to get used to. Because I'm like, man, this thing takes forever. And then with things happening in Nigeria, I was like, when is it going to ever be that I can ever go back? So again, there are certain things that happen to us that is out of our control. There are certain things that happen to us where we feel like we can't really make the choices that we want. Yes, it happens. Or where we are faced with the options and we're like, no, this one is not going to work, or I can't do this. So again, this video is about if you find yourself in anything and you're struggling with that thing, that doesn't mean that you are not supposed to be doing it. For instance, like I said about, being a medical student, and you're struggling so badly, and then one of your lecturer comes in and tells you, oh, you're not equipped to be a medical student. You're not equipped to be a doctor, or whatever it is you want to be. Do not let nobody discourage you. Do not let nobody discourage you. If you want to be a medical doctor, follow your heart. Don't let someone tell you. Do not let someone tell you that just because you're struggling in your class, you are not built to be a medical doctor. If you want to be a medical doctor, if you really want to be a medical doctor, go for it. Don't give up. Do not give up. If you're convinced that I'm supposed to be a medical doctor, this is what I'm born to do, this is what I want to do, go ahead and do it. The least you can do is try. The least you can do is try. Do your best within your capability. But do not quit because somebody says, oh, you can't do it. Again, that's why I'm saying, just because you're struggling at something doesn't mean you're not supposed to do it. Because some people will do that thing and not struggle and they make it. While somebody else will come and do it over and over and over and over. And then they won't, if they don't give up, they still arrive at that same place. Everybody's time is different. One person may do it in a short time and another person may do it in a longer time. So the end of it, what I'm saying is that when we find ourselves in a place and things are not working, that doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be in that place. It also does not mean that we're supposed to be in that place. We may not know exactly what it means, but we can still do what we want to do. If we feel that because we are in Nigeria, for instance, and things are going certain ways, and you have an opportunity to leave Nigeria, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead and leave. If you feel that no matter what, you have to stay, you stay. But you don't want to put that pressure on yourself where you feel like, oh, because I'm here and this is happening to me, if I leave. Because again, you don't know what you are going to face. Yes, if you leave Nigeria, you may not have to face certain challenges that you are facing in Nigeria. But there are other challenges somewhere else that you may not even like. I've seen people that have moved all the way from Nigeria to the abroad and they moved back home. They couldn't do it. So sometimes we have the choices, sometimes we don't have so much choices. Follow your heart. Again, the other side of it is, if you find yourself doing something and you feel like you're struggling, please let the first thing that comes to your mind not be, oh, I'm struggling because I'm not supposed to be doing this. No. Because again, you may be wrong. You don't know. So don't just assume that you're doing something and because you're having so much difficulties, you're not supposed to do it. Encourage yourself. Do not give up. If that's what you want to really do, pursue your goals. Pursue that thing. Continue to do it. Don't give up. Because the greatest people in life are people that have succeeded, have worked so hard and failed several times. Some of them just didn't do it one time and passed it. Some of them just didn't take that decision that one time and they got it right. You may have to struggle. You may have to do it so many times. So please do not give up and don't be too hard on yourself. Thank you again for watching my videos. I appreciate you. And bye for now.